So this is the iPhone 7. We have fixed it, and the problem was that it had a faulty touch, and this is the old screen. That was because this fiber was broken, and we have replaced the screen, and it's now working. And if you want to see how it is done, watch the video till the end. Like, share, and subscribe, and see you in the next video. Alright, this is the iPhone 7, the one we did a battery replacement or battery build for, and I'll link that video here. After doing the battery replacement, we noticed that the screen actually wasn't touching, and as such, I thought I will show you a video on how to replace the screen. And let me first see if I can wake it up. Okay, I can barely see. I think it's this funny sleep disrupt something nonsense. I don't know. I think if you look carefully, you'll be able to see that it is on, but unfortunately it doesn't touch. Anyway, let me pull the screen out and show you how that is possible, that it is displaying but not touching. Anyway, for these iPhones, you have to remove that screw, and then get in between here and pry this outwards like this, and then we pull it a little back to release it from there, and flip it to the right. Why is that part a bit stuck? Okay, flip it to the right like that. Now this is disconnected, but these are the fibers of interest. This first one is the one that goes to the display layer right there, and see it is quite straight. Now the second one here, when you look at it, is the one that goes into the touch layer. Now when you closely examine this, you can notice that there's that sharp bend right there on the fiber. Let me try to zoom in. Right there. So I think that has been going on for some time, and it fatigued and cracked at that point. I think 1 or 2 lines, and disabling the touch. Now I've gotten the new replacement screen right here, and much as not as good as the original, but it shall serve. So it's what we are going to show you how to place. Now when placing the screen of the iPhone 7, what we will do is transplant the loudspeaker and the front camera assembly, and then also transfer the home button and that plate. So let's dive into it. We need to find a screw that is adapted for that purpose, and it is unique to the iPhone. Hope you don't hurt yourself. It's unique to the iPhone, and so what we are going to do is pick out everything here that is not there. I don't know. Okay, I think they all fit into the screen. So we are transplanting this plate and that plus that. So let's begin. Screws from this side will go up in roughly a mapped way, because these iPhone screen screws are a bit unique. So let me see. Why is this sleeping? Okay, so now let's go for it. Pick that, put it down there. Now pick this, put it next to that. And since this comes from the front side, we also need to pick it out and put it there. And that's the central one. Then this is the last of that bottom part. I'll pick this out of the way like that, and then we come for this plate. Now this plate, it has screws that are identical throughout, and we're picking that. Okay, pick that out of the way, and if you're nearby, hit the subscribe button as you watch me toil away. It would be very helpful to the growth of this channel, and to allow me monetize and bring you more and more of these videos. So anyway, if you've been worrying about how to perform the iPhone 7 screen replacement, worry no more. This video has you sorted. So now that that is out, I think the last screw holding that plate is this one, which also holds part of that upper one. Now pick this screw being different, we'll go that side. And actually, surprised that the screwdriver that I've been using earlier on has worked for it, but it's not the right one. So now this one is already released, but I also pick that screw so that I remove that upper plate right there. So I'm spacing them as I stash them away in a manner that really maps where they belong. And now before I go for the camera, let me pick out that plate. Alright, it's sort of having this sticking to it, but since we don't want that to come with it, we're going to find a way of ripping it off. Okay. It looks like it's going all the way under, and now it's off. Okay. So the next thing is to pick out the fingerprint sensor. This connector is a bit weird, like it plugs into this thing and then comes together, so you have to get getting in between like that, and then this gets out of the way like that, and then this should come off. But because I don't want to risk anything, I'm going to use some bit of fluid to soften that part. Okay, let me first attempt my surgical blade, but you have to be very delicate about it, lifting that adhesive, because it's on these home buttons. Okay, it's a bit rigid. I don't want to try out to test my luck. I've decided I'm going to use a hot air gun, and I'll send a blast of hot air at it as I lift it. That should soften the glue under for me to be able to lift it up with the blade. So when it softens, we get in between, and okay, that's that. So that has helped because I've used a blast of hot air, and then this comes out through this hole. Now that means it's going to come in on the underside here like that, through that hole to this side, and no, I'm still using it. Wait, I hope I wasn't off camera. Anyway, in case I was just telling you this thing, just how it came out from the other one. It reverses that process and enters through like this, and then make sure this fiber of the screen goes in there like that. Then I think let me also get it plugged in now that we are at this stage, because I also don't want it to dangle around. Okay, now that that's done, we can move forward to transferring the loudspeaker and front camera. Let's go. Okay, now this will involve me opening that. Okay, I'm also going to put them away in an order that maps how they came out. Okay, and then now this. Alright, so now this has to come out, but I know it is sticking from around that point. Can I? But I think I still also have to employ the services of my hot air gun to lift this. Anyway, I've set it to 100 so that it's not so slow to come off. Okay, speaker is away. Then that comes alright. Now what component is this? Let me first put this aside and then see how it's going to, what's this? Does it have to come out as a whole? Okay, it comes out. I don't know whether it's the proximity sensor. Okay, and that's out. So we're going to transplant the whole of that to here, and this can now go to the side. We need it to show to the client. Now this comes, where was this originally? So I think it should stick somewhere here. Let me just compare it to the old. Let's see if there's any inclusions there that are not here. Okay, so I think here I won't need this glass like thing right there. We need to transplant it the way it comes, because the one here is really black with that glass thing, and then the one that is supposed to be here with the one that is here. Now here I already provide a frame for it, so I'm going to have to get rid of that glass like thing right there, and then we can now bring this down into, but that means I'm going to also unpeel this away, because it's not needed there. It was just protecting the surface where the glue is going to get attached. Okay, and then these contact points, is it sticky on that side? Probably not. Let us just place it there, and then we have this. Okay, that pad is lifting. I'm going to be forced to apply some adhesive. Okay, so let me put some little just to keep this down right there. Yeah, did I really put some adhesive under? Okay, I think now I have. For that, I'm sure. Yeah, it will definitely want to jump. So, suppose I need also some under this. And so I'm going to push that also down there, and then again attempt, no, that is, this should be down there, that's okay. And then next is for us, make sure that this is seated in, and well aligned with the holes or hooks. Okay, that done, being done, now we can bring our loudspeaker back into place. This was confirm the orientation like that. Then the camera comes over it. Now the next stage is for us to bring the screw for the loudspeaker. This was the one on this side, I recall well. Need to make sure this thing aligns with the hole. Has it? Okay. Now let me bring that one, because the other side has kind of confused me. So that's that. Then having done that, now the next stage is I am going to peel off this and this too. Like that, and I don't need that, but alright. Now this needs to stick down, I guess, so this protects some adhesive that surface. So we're going to fold this down and then stick that. Okay, I don't think it's as sticky. Alright, so now that it has done that, you can bring our plate right there. Okay, so we're simply retracing the steps we went through when removing. Okay, align it well. Now this plate will come over here, but I need to first secure my speaker, which I need to put a screw onto. Right there. I'm very convinced. Okay, if it refuses, well and good. Alright, no problem. The camera shut down, so while you were away, we placed this plate through those screws and those screws. Now we are at the stage that we put back our fingerprint sensor. Sorry, our plate that restrains the fingerprint sensor. So let's get at it and pull this down to that point. And so the question is, does this go under or up? Okay, I'm going to assume under, since this side also goes under. I didn't pay keen attention to that, so bear with me. And so this plate goes in like this. Okay, so we align the first side and bring its screw, which was the weird type. Okay, okay, so that has found itself. And then you need to bend this also. I think these fibers are supposed to go a bit further forward. Let me just release that and see to it. Okay, now let's go and place this. Okay, now we apply that screw. So I'd placed this when the camera went, and then this one will go right there to the centerpiece, and then this is the last. So the next stage is putting the ones on the side. So I'll just demonstrate with one and do the rest of camera. So the last of them is in. and then whichever part is missing a screw, I think none, and that's it. So the next step is us simply plugging it in, and let's get it ready. So some of these plates were never there, those need to be replaced in future. So we are going to begin with the loudspeaker front camera assembly, and then we come for the touch. Okay, need to also pull it forward. Okay, right, then we plug that in, then we can bring the display and plug it in. So now next step is to push the front in, but before we do that, let's hit the power button and power on the phone. Have I plugged in the battery? Probably not yet. Well, I think it was on. So let me pull out the battery and replug it in right there. Then bring the phone, put it there, then hit the power button. So it boots, shows the Apple logo. Okay, it has booted. Pull the emergency in, now it touches well, and so that's how you perform an iPhone 7 screen replacement. This is a replacement screen, but you won't believe it if I told you I got it for $10. Very strange how you can get things. Alright, the other is just pushing this in. Noticed one of these screws, I think, didn't get satisfied with the amount of closing that I've done with it, and now the problem is that the culprit has gotten stuck in the pic. It had run there. Let's bring it. Why did it pretend to have stuck? Well, it hadn't. So it matters that everything is thorough. Okay, so it hadn't screwed, it had ghost screwed. The support underneath had just shifted to the bottom, so it made it like feel like the whole length had reached, but which it hadn't. And that doing that, we can now push back our connectors down, then bring this. Let's first confirm. Yeah, this was the thing that was preventing the display from going all the way. Okay, I've tested the home has worked, the touch has worked, so we can go forward to close it up together. So that's it for today. Please do subscribe and keep returning for our videos, and if you're new, do hit the subscribe button. If you're a returning subscriber, please be sure to watch the videos till the end. I would love that I get monetized too. It would be great for me. And that's it. See you in the next video. Ciao.